everybody, it's Miss MozzyDee. I am going to do a quick little hairdo for you that was highly requested. It's the PACHUCA crown hairstyle. And sorry for the background noise. My boyfriend's actually watching a movie right now, so can't help it. So if you hear any like cussing in the background, that's not me. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I have my hair up. It's been like a day since I've washed it, so this is second day old hair, and so let's go ahead and unravel this thing. So I'm gonna be going to an event tonight for an organization called Heels for Combat Boots. We partnered up with a burlesque troupe called Pinups On Tour. It's like a variety show. And they actually raise money for veterans and put on shows for veterans throughout the U.S. So they tour and they put on the really cute variety show, and they actually partnered up with us. If we sell tickets, they give us 50% of the proceeds. So that was really nice of them. Heels for Combat Boots is a nonprofit organization that I'm a district director for New Mexico, and we raise money for local organizations that help veterans as well, and such as Full Battle Rattle. They actually help veterans cope with PTSD by teaching them how to play musical instruments. And I think they even give them free instruments too. Like they raise money in order to be able to do that. And also the Museum of the American Military Family, we partnered up with them. We've actually been raising money together for a while now. They help go back into time and tell the stories of families with military in their family, and just the experiences that they had as a family from that perspective, as opposed to just the military perspective. So that's really unique, and we really enjoy partnering up with them. So we're actually going to be donating the proceeds tonight to that organization. So I'm pretty excited. Get to get dressed up and take pictures with veterans, and it's actually a lot of fun. They're really appreciative of what we do. And yeah, that's why I do it. Okay, so the traditional PACHUCA hairstyle. It's really easy. You don't really have to pin curl it beforehand. You can just use your regular straightened hair or wavy hair. So you just take a pick comb like this, and since this one's kind of already flat in the front, I'm going to go ahead and leave it as is. If I see any dents, then that's why I have my curling iron, so I could straighten out any dents that I see. So I'm going to go ahead and section off the front part and start with the front. Now this doesn't have to be too perfect, but I like to have a kind of a straight line in the back when I'm doing this. So it's just going to be towards the front of your head. So you're going to section off this part. I'm going to make this even. Actually, let's see if this side needs to get more hair. So I'm trying to make it even myself, because I'm a perfectionist. So depending on how thick you want the roll, depending on how thick your hair is, you might need a lot of hair. You might need just a little bit of hair. If you have thick hair, you only need a little bit. And then depending on how high you want it, you can use a lot more hair than you want. Then you can use more hair is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to tease the heck out of this front section. Do you hear the bombs in the background? Sorry. Movies. Okay, so now it looks very weird. I'm going to go ahead and take my big sexy hair. Actually, The spray and play harder, I'm not going to use yet. I'll use the spray and stay for the back of it where you teased, and the front where you're going to smooth it out. So this is basically like a reverse bumper bang. So you're just going to leave this part in the front very straight and start smoothing it out with your brush. This is a Teasing brush by Suavecita pomade. They have a whole bundle online. You should really check it out. Okay, so you have this really straight front here. I noticed that there's a little bit of a wave, so I'm going to take that little section in the front and kind of straighten it out. So it's just a very thin section. I'm going to straighten that part out. It's probably better if you use a flat iron so you don't make any dents. But this is a new curling iron I just got at Ulta, and I wanted to see if it works well. Okay. So now you have your straight part. So at the very top, I'm going to try to crouch down so that way you can see it. You just start rolling it in. So roll, roll, roll. And as you roll down towards the base, hold it down with your fingers. And then you're going to get some bobby pins and stick in a bobby pin. So as high as you want it, that's where you want to pin your roll. So then as you have it here loose, before you pin anything down permanently, you can smooth out the front like so. So I'm going to get my comb and make sure that everything's nice and straight here. Okay. So now you can get more bobby pins ready. I'm getting my little handy little coin brush. And I'm going to spray the front. Make sure it's nice and sprayed and smooth and even on the front. And I'm going to get some more bobby pins and make a crisscross on the inside where I first put that other bobby pin. Okay. So it looks like this so far. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of spread out the roll so that it's kind of going in this little section here, like this down. And then you can see, if you don't want it to look too shiny like that, you can brush through it. That's the good thing about that hairspray, spray and stay, is that you can brush through it without having it flake on you. So just leave it as is, and then go ahead and start sectioning out your sides. So you have a section like this, and tease it also as much as you can, almost to the very end of the hair. So it's like this. Now you get your big sexy hair spray and stay, or any kind of hairspray, like my Suavecita hairspray. I ran out of Suavecita hairspray, so let that dry a little bit. And now smooth out the top part, get your ends, and make like a victory roll. So they curl in the end and roll down. So this is the little tricky part that you have to adjust to. So you see that little end where it's left off? Try to connect that end inside of the other. You see? So I'm going to go ahead and get a bobby pin and pin it down so I can see how it looks. So this is going to take some practice, of course. Nobody's perfect on the first try. As you can see, it's a little bit separated, so I'm going to try and brush a little bit of this together. And already you see it's kind of formed. So now that I know it's gonna work, I'm gonna put in some more bobby pins to secure it. And I'm gonna put in the crisscross bobby pin in also. Remember to crisscross the bottom. So let me see if I can turn to the side and show you what I'm doing. So I'm tucking in wherever I see, or I'm tucking in the bobby pins wherever I feel like it's loose. There we go. Okay. And then now I'm going to spray. Okay. So now we can do the other section. Take your comb and section out the side of your head. Okay, now tease almost all the way to the end and spray on both sides and then smooth. So only smooth out the outside end, making sure that you're not taking out the tease. And then roll down, adjusting the area where your hair is to the front. So you're kind of have to push it to the front so it blends in with the front piece. So hold it there. Pin it for just use one pin to anchor it. And then take your brush and smooth it out so that it blends in with the front piece. So now I noticed that the front part is kind of coming out a little bit more than the sides. So I'm smoothing out that front part so it comes out a little bit. So this side's a little bit thicker than this side. So I'm going to go ahead and make it look like this by pinning down some more bobby pins and pulling it back a little bit and putting in the bobby pin. Sorry, you have my armpit. Okay. So now it looks a little even. So it looks even. You're good. Spray and smooth. Then you can take, if you want it to be a little bit smoother in the front, you can take the end of the pig comb or the teasing comb and kind of make it a level look. So it doesn't look too gapped and it looks even. So since I have my hair is thick, it's kind of fine, doesn't have too much body, I'm gonna kind of cheat a little bit. I'm gonna use my half wig that I got on Amazon. You can just look up synthetic half wigs on Amazon. That's where I get it. And I'm gonna curl my real hair just in regular curls. I mean, you don't have to use a half wig if you don't want to. You can just make your hair curl and be free without anything extra. But I'm gonna just curl this part of my hair in order to blend in with the curly part of my wig. Okay, so I'm just brushing my hands. I'm running my hands through my hair. And then I'm going to spray that part too. Then I'm going to take my half wig and I'm going to look at the back of my head or feel at the back of my at the base of my head for where the end of this is, when that's where I want to tuck in the half wig. Hi everybody. Okay, so this is the final look. I have a Kanekalon Creations hair flower in my hair. It's the jungle hair flower, and it looks good. I'm pretty proud of myself. So I am very proud to be Mexican. I am Mexican American and Chicana and Latina, and I'm proud to be, my heritage is really dear to me. And I'm always going to be a proud plus size Chicana woman, and this is a dedication to my heritage. I got this shirt at a Savers actually, and I've kept it ever since. I've had it for like maybe 5 years, and wearing my bakelite and some jewelry and then some vintage clip-on earrings. And this is the final look. I got my skirt, my circle skirt from Steady Clothing, and my petticoat is the one that you saw in my closet review by Tatiana Boutique. And here it is, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and I definitely want you to be able to subscribe. Please click on the subscribe button. Hopefully it's shown somewhere here, and you'll also see a little tidbit of the other hair tutorials and makeup tutorials that I've done on here. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.